The air hung thick and humid. A green, suffocating blanket draped over the ancient forest. Sarah wiped a bead of sweat from her brow, her fingers sticky against the damp fabric of her hiking shirt. Beside her, Liam consulted the tattered map, his brow furrowed. "According to the map," he said, his voice a low murmur, "the summit should be another mile or so. But there's something else here, too." Sarah, however, felt a prickle of unease. The sun was already beginning to dip below the towering pines, casting long skeletal shadows that danced and swayed with the rustling leaves. "Liam, it's getting late. Maybe we should just head back," Sarah urged. "Come on," he replied, a boyish grin spreading across his face. "It'll be quick. Just a little detour. Who knows what we might find," Liam said. Against her better judgment, Sarah followed him, the forest floor crunching beneath their boots as they veered off the marked trail. The air grew colder, the silence heavier, broken only by the occasional snap of a twig underfoot. After what felt like an eternity, a dark shape emerged from the gloom. A cabin. It stood hunched amidst a clearing, its weathered timber a stark contrast to the vibrant green of the surrounding forest. The cabin looked sinister in the dark backdrop of the forest. The air around it felt heavy, thick with a sense of decay and abandonment. "Wow," Liam breathed, his eyes wide with a mixture of awe and excitement. "Looks like something out of a horror movie." Sarah shivered, the temperature dropping perceptibly. "Let's just look around and go," she said, her voice barely a whisper. They approached cautiously, the silence amplifying the sound of their footsteps. The front door hung slightly ajar, creaking ominously in the gentle breeze. Liam pushed it open, revealing a dark, musty interior. The cabin was a single room, choked with dust and cobwebs. A single, overturned wooden chair lay in the center of the room. A shabby old table was against the wall, covered with junk. A rusted wood stove stood against one wall, its blackened mouth gaping like a hungry maw. The air was thick with the smell of damp wood, and something else, something acrid and metallic. Sarah noticed a small, wooden box tucked away in a corner of the table. It was intricately carved with strange, swirling symbols, and was heavy, perhaps walnut or teak. She reached out to open it. The rusting box creaked open, revealing secrets. Inside was a small amulet with a chain. Sarah picked it up, holding it in her palm, while Liam shined the light from his cell phone into the corners of the mysterious cabin. The amulet had an inscription in Latin. On one side, Sarah read it aloud: "Prope est ultio, profer daemonium." "Liam, what does that mean?" "It's Latin, and the last word is demon," he answered with a tremor in his voice. Sarah started to place the amulet around her neck. "Subscribe, my scare story friends." "Don't," Liam whispered, his eyes fixed on something on the floor. A trail of dark, dried stains snaked across the floorboards, leading towards a trapdoor hidden beneath a frayed rug. It looked like dried blood. A sudden gust of wind slammed the door shut, plunging them into near total darkness. Sarah gasped, her heart pounding in her chest. "Liam?" she stammered, her voice trembling. "I'm here," he whispered back, his voice strained. A low, guttural breathing echoes from beneath the floorboards. The trapdoor rattles, as if something was trying to force its way up. Then, a scraping sound, like claws on wood. A cold dread washed over Sarah. Something was in the cellar. Something old. Something ominous. The growling intensified, followed by a series of heavy thumps. "Let's get the hell out of here," Sarah cried. "Like, if you dare." Quickly she goes to the cabin door, grabbing the handle to yank it open. It's stuck. She looks to one of the windows. There is no way out. The trapdoor began to shake, the wood shuddering under the pressure. Liam fumbled with his cell phone, but it was blinking off, and on the beam cutting through the darkness only in flashes, illuminating the grotesque distortion of something reaching through a crack in the trapdoor. A gnarled paw or hand, tipped with long blackened claws, became visible through the crack. Liam frantically went to the door, pounding on it, a desperate attempt to break it loose. Sarah screamed, the sound swallowed by the oppressive silence of the forest. Liam spots a hammer by the door frame on the floor. Liam picks up the hammer to force the cabin door open. The opening in the floor. It was now big enough to see a whole forearm, reaching and swiping the air, trying to wound whoever was near. Sarah watched with terror in her soul when the claws nearly missed her leg. Liam desperately prying the door open, but was only giving way an inch at most. The thing pulled its arm back through the crack when Liam struck it with the hammer. Sarah watched the trapdoor while Liam continued to pry on the cabin door with more strength than ever. Sarah was horrified to see a single red eye looking through the crack in the trapdoor where the arm had been. "Give me my amulet," the creature spoke in a low, guttural voice as it reached up and this time caught Liam's leg. "Ah!" he screamed, his calf wounded by the creature's claws, while still frantically working on the door. "Maybe I should give it to him," cried Sarah. "No, it's locked in for a reason. Put the amulet back in the box and back on the table," grunted Liam while he still worked on the way out. Sarah kept a close eye on the trapdoor and made her way carefully back to Liam. The creature quieted its growling. Liam finally yanked the door open. The sun setting quickly, the couple scurried through the battered door and into the woods, hiking back down to the car at least 3 miles away. They both feared the long dark shadows of the forest, but took their chances over the hideous beast in the cabin, be it day or night.